Let's introduce you to our starting goaltenders in this matchup between the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings and the Minnesota Mullets. First for the visitors, it'll be his 31st appearance of the season. Number 71, Alex Falkenhagen, going in net, 6'4", 190, 20-year-old out of Thornhill, Ontario. In his third year with the Minnesota Mullets, 5-23-1 shootout loss on the season. He has stopped 1,265 shots this season. 4.26 goals against average, a .909 save percentage. Despite where the Mullets are in the standings, not bad numbers for Alex Falkenhagen. On the other side, for the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings, it'll be number 1, Ian Tum, 18-year-old out of Carmel, New York, 5'10", 159 on the season. Tum, 5-3-1 overtime loss, 3.59 goals against average, 8.96 save percentage for Ian Tum. By the way, this will be the first time Tum has seen the Minnesota Mullets this season. It was Borja Yildirim and Lucas Brine who played against the Mullets out in Minnesota, so they get to see all three River Kings tenders. As mentioned, we're going to be doing some scoreboard watching here throughout the night, as well as there are a lot of other contests that are of meaning to the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings, trying to hold on to that fourth and final spot for home ice and the USPHL Premier Midwest West playoffs, as Matt LaJoy is out taking an honorary face-off. Met Matt's dad on the way in here today, here from New Hampshire. Always good to see the parents making the trips over here to Wisconsin, and just in time for that nice little snowstorm we had yesterday, right, Mark?
Yeah,
you guys
we didn't get any snow up here. It was all down south.
That was over there was that line, right, probably about halfway between the Valley and Wisconsin Rapids, so I was on the wrong side of that line.
Yeah, down there, I know I work with a bunch of people that are down in Milwaukee, and they said the interstates down that way, everything, it was just stay off the roads, and they closed a bunch of the schools, and we got nada.
I love seeing all the posts in the morning about people saying, oh, why are you closing the schools? It's not even snowing in the morning. Well, it snowed in the afternoon, and it's probably a pretty good thing that some of those schools did end up closing off. Wish my work would have done that, too. It wasn't exactly the most fun ride home.
No, yeah, that's one of those things. They don't just cancel things.
Yeah,
I think a few people get the opportunity to maybe work from home more than used to, but they always say so. Yeah, so you were talking about some of the other things to watch. So it looks like the Squatch play Hudson tonight. The Asante plays the Moose. Rapids are here against the Mullets, and the Dells play the Blue Ox. So who does Steele County play tonight?
Steele County is the one team off tonight.
They're off tonight. Yep. Okay. So, like you said, you can't look past anything. I was going to say they got Steele County in here next week, but they got to take care of business this weekend against the Mullets, and we are off. Drop the puck.
Going to be looking for a fast start here. River Kings going from left to right across your computer screen or on the radio dial here on WIRI, also on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, and of course on Hockey TV. Thanks for joining us on this Friday night. The Mullets wearing those maroon jerseys will send the puck the length of the ice, takes the care of off of the boards and all the way down, where it is met by James Dougal for icing. All right, so I was taking a look through the stats, Mark, and sorry to cut you off there, but I was looking at Kyle Kupalo's stats. He is on a 10-game assist streak.
Ooh.
I was digging through the media kit, and I found that one. I thought, well, that's a pretty interesting stat.
And with 26, so he's really poured it on the last 10 games. He's got 26 on the season, so turnover.
That turnover just inside the line as the Mullets try to go to work with their top line of Ekholm, Erspammer, and Jimmy Lindblom, as this one is up and off of the netting.
Yeah, turned it over, but Whitehead did a good job to recollect it and get it, and tried dumping it out, but got it up a little too outside the rink to bring the face-off all the way back, but
Yeah, both teams still with their lines out that they started with as we're 40 seconds in. Got a couple of whistles. Face-off coming over the left-hand side of Ian Tum. It is taken by the River Kings, carried across the line by Peel. A goal and an assist the first time these two teams met. in November. And there's our third whistle. Off to a bit of a shaky start in this one.
Yeah, Tricarico was just a little bit too far ahead of Peel and crossed before the puck got into the zone, so brings the face-off out, but
Tobias Volkine will come out to take the face-off out with Ewan Hill and Ian Bowman. Bowman, of course, in addition to this team just over a month ago. First game was against the Dells Ducks here on the 13th of January, and he's been a very nice addition. A little extra scoring in the lineup. Couple back behind will be met there by Oliver Kraft, number 27 for the Minnesota Mullets, who will have it out at center again. Pass across, intercepted by Bowman. He'll chip it right through for Volkine, and Falkenhagen will cover as Volkine just had his stick tied up right when he got to the doorstep.
Yeah, that had the potential. The goalie stayed with it. It was one of those where it was just sliding in, and he just decided to cover up because if Volkine could have gotten a stick, he might have been able to go backhand on it, but no such luck.
Volkine, of course, second among scorers for the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings, 19-19 for a total of 38 so far this season for the Norwegian international. Mullets work the breakout, getting back out to center. This is Brett Strick, number 91, trying to work wide over to the far side. Takes a shot. Tum will swallow that one up, and we'll get another whistle.
Yeah, had Ortega. Ortega was coming down the slot, so Tum decided to just hang on to that one and get a stoppage, get fresh legs out there, and live to fight another day.
Shot from Brett Strick out of Scottsdale, Arizona. One of 6 players from Arizona on this Minnesota Mullet squad. They also have one from New Mexico. Not your typical hockey markets, but most certainly finding some nice players was Chris Walby. And I don't know, maybe it's because they got those Arizona State colors, right?
Oh, that's a good call. Good call.
Maybe that's what they came for.
If I didn't personally have such an aversion to the Minnesota Golden Gophers, I wouldn't mind those colors so much, but yeah.
I know, right?
They're not my favorite.
Very, very well branded for a Minnesota team, if you will. As this one is sent back in on Falkenhagen, who will take the cover and get a whistle here. As mentioned, Alex Falkenhagen, one of the busiest goaltenders in all of the USPHL Premier, starting his 31st game of the season so far.
Yeah, he decided to cover that. Mills, good hustle, got the face-off in the zone. He really blasted into the zone to draw that face-off and see if the Riverkings can hold the zone here.
Bit of a slow start here as these teams continue to go back and forth. 2 on the shots on goal in favor of the Riverkings.
I jinxed it.
It'll be turned back over to Wilcoxon, who is in a bit of danger, trying to find Reinberg. A little bit of help there from Oliver Kraft, number 27. Swung back over toward the near side circle. Now Reinberg in a bit of danger as he got run out of time by LaJoy. This one did deflect off of the bench and out of play.
Yeah, like you say, I mean, we're on early in this game yet, but it just kind of feels like everybody's kind of hit the Friday night blahs and they're just trying to feel things out. There's not a lot of offensive chances so far.
Yeah, and these two teams met very early in the season, relatively early, all the way back in November, so they haven't seen each other for a while. Here's Wilcoxon, the defenseman, trying to step up. It'll be swatted away by number 10 for the Riverkings. That's William Sowell. By the way, one of our usual partners in crime up here, Mark, Ben Bodrenko, is dressed as the backup goalie today, and I don't know, could we potentially maybe see him tomorrow play?
I don't know. It would be nice to see him out there on the ice getting a little action, but
are we getting his first start of the season? I think the broadcast area is cheering for it.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll see if the coaching staff agrees. Here's Garvey swinging back just outside of the line. It'll be knocked away by Peel. He's going to go one on the entire team as he carries in. But Peel takes it into the corner very wisely, absorbs the hit there from number 9. That is Simon Panic. And the Mullets are back out to center. Saldana had it swatted away. Potter on the turn. He's going to come back across the line. Once again, gets cut off. Tried a long shot. It goes over to Tricarico on the far side. Couldn't settle it down, and now back. A chance for a 3-on-2 as Panic picks it up at neutral. Lost the handle. Potter turns the tide. This time, Tricarico left it back. I thought he might have stayed onside, but the linesman disagrees, and we'll get a whistle for offside.
Yeah, the Riverkings have a couple of like Peel pushing down into the corner. Just a lot of individual efforts, but they haven't been able to put anything together. Good stick work out here at center ice by Dubel to keep the Mullets from getting any kind of a rush, but can't get anything established in the offensive zone yet.
Yeah, we're just kind of rocking back and forth through neutral, it feels. Here comes Potter coming back in over the line. Will get circled back at the dot now. Tries to pass it down low. Tricarico feeds it out front. Falkenhagen read it well and covers as the puck comes to the blue paint.
Yeah, had Peel coming down the slot, and he was able to he just didn't have any room to work with. Shoveled it towards, but Falkenhagen was right, just a stone wall back there.
There's Peel poking it back to the wall. It'll be rung back over to the far side where number 21 for the Mullets is on the take. That is Austin Poole, the defenseman from Scottsdale, Arizona. A couple of nifty moves there by Kruger, and he's out to center. Kruger in flight, the defenseman for the Mullets all the way in with a shot. Tom had to get the hand up as that one was right up to the ear, and he swallows it up and gets a whistle.
Yep, flashed a little leather with the glove and get the stoppage here. So looking through some of the statistics, we'll see with the way this game is being played. I mean, no penalties or anything early. Back to play. We'll let you get on the play-by-play.
Yeah, the Riverkings did well on the power play, so that's going to be one of the things that Minnesota will want to change from the last time these two teams met, is not give the Riverkings those man advantages, whereas the Riverkings really didn't have any trouble killing off all 9 power play opportunities in those 2 games for the Mullets. Capello with a pass back ahead. Almost lost that assist streak last week, but with that late goal by Tricarico against Hudson, kept it rolling. Here's Leppert across the line. Going to step in, has it on the backhand, feeds it back to Hill. He got spilled as the puck goes toward the net mouth and gets chopped wide on the backhand. Leppert with a no-looker almost put it home.
Yeah, he didn't give it a lot on that. The puck just slid towards the net, and Falkenhagen, I'll get the name right. Yeah, Falkenhagen.
It's funny. It seems like a very Minnesota name, but he's from Ontario. There's a long shot taken to that one, sailed wide. It was off of the stick of Falkine. Coming low, another shot deflected. A save made by Falkenhagen, rather. See, I'm doing it too. There's too many. There's Falkenhagen and Falkine out on the ice.
Let's be careful with those.
I know. Yeah, we don't want to get any,
FCC violations.
Right? We don't want to get any Falkenhagen trouble. As this one is sent back out to center, and it could potentially be a 2-on-1 back the other way.
Oh, good poke check.
That Capello got to it just in time, and now played back ahead for LaJoy. He's going to go 1-on-3. LaJoy steps in, has Bowman out front, feeds him, and then the shot was blocked on the way. Wilcoxon got in front of it. Reese Mills trying to play it down the wall. It'll be Leppert coming back out to his own zone. We've just gone past 6.5 here in period number 1. Scoreless, the Mullets and the Riverkings. Capello stepping in. From back behind, surveys his options, thinking about that next assist to try to stretch it to 11 games in a row. Spammer picks the puck off. Lindblom out at center. This puck goes behind Capello. It will not be icing.
Yeah, it was tipped in center ice, so...
Played back ahead, no problem there by the Riverkings. They are able to carry ahead and clear the zone. And now here's Mills out at center through 1 stick check, maybe through 2. Dropped it off, shot taken. And a save made by Falkenhagen.
Kuplo looking for a gift, and Falkenhagen was equal to the task there. Riverkings, that's first look they've had, real good look, I think. Everything else, there's been a Mullet right in their grill.
Yeah, the Mullets have played defensively pretty well so far in this contest. We'll see if it stays true, as that one is deflected out the side of the net and eventually stuck on the backside of the net. We can talk about the Mullets and take a look at the standings. Yes, only the 7 wins so far this season, but when you take a look at some of the games that they played, they've been in them. It's not as though they've been getting blown out left and right. They've played some very difficult teams pretty well. They played the Moose pretty well last week as well, so this is definitely not a team you want to sleep on.
No, you don't want to breathe any life in them either. If Riverkings want to find a way to get that first goal, and
Lindblom tried the shot that got deflected, so a little bit of a push here by the Mullets as they'll play it back toward the corner. Of course, the Mullets have been eliminated from playoff contention, sitting in that 9th spot. Doesn't mean they don't want a couple more wins. It's a very young squad, just a few 20-year-olds on it.
Well, that's one of the things that makes them dangerous, because they've got nothing to play for. They come out and just let it all hang out. No pressure on them to do anything, or they just have to come out and play hockey.
Yeah, come out and maybe prove yourself for next year as well. The Riverkings finally do exit the zone. It'll be played through the wickets of Earthspammer all the way back down into Mullet territory. No icing, no. As Sewell will apply some pressure on the forecheck. The Mullets have it again over to the far side wall to work the breakout on at neutral. Couple of moves there by Strick as he gets free at center. Here's Brett Strick carrying in. Strick shifty, pretty talented as well. Number 91 might be one to keep an eye on here tonight. Turn the puck over though, and here come the Riverkings. Griffin Joy settles it down, shot it over the top of the net, trying to go high to the left-hand side of Falkenhagen. Joy's got it back, sent it toward the net mouth once again as Ortega tries to play the puck up the wall on the far side. Riverkings now turning the tide here with a bit of pressure of their own. James Dubel out at center. Deflected in by Hogan McNeish. McNeish with 2 assists. The first time these two teams met, the 5-3 victory for the Riverkings at Augsburg. Got a neat little trip there when they went out to the Minnesota area to play the Mullets, did the Riverkings. They got to play at Augsburg the first night, and then they got to play at Ritter Arena.
Oh, really?
The University of Minnesota campus the next night.
That is a neat trip. You want to... Obviously, Minnesota is the state of hockey, so they've got a lot of neat rinks and a lot of unique opportunities, a lot of history and stuff, so...
Face-off in the Riverkings zone after the puck was iced. It'll be picked up by the Riverkings off of the face-off win. Nearing the halfway point of the first period here. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first frame. And now Joy able to poke it back out to center as Poole will send it back toward the River King line. Intercepted by Joy. Back checking again. Comes across the line. Lost the handle on the puck. Riverkings will stay on side. He'll flip it ahead. Potter knocks it down. Shoots it. Scores! What a play by Sebastian Potter. Settling that puck down. He didn't have a lot of room to look out of the shot either. Slips it home, and it's 1-0 River King.
Well, and the work, it looked kind of awkward going into the zone where they kind of lost control of the puck, but then regained it, and he just flipped it. Was that Joy?
Yes.
That flipped it towards the net. He Potter knocked it down and rang the post, but it was on the inside of the post, and it went in stick side and Falkenhagen, and you get that 1-0 lead. That if you're the Riverkings, that's what you want to do. You don't want to breathe any life into this team. And
Tricarico just broke someone's stick as he fired the shot. One of the defensemen of the Minnesota Mullets. So it's Potter's goal, 13th of the season, assisted by Griffin Joy, who made the lob pass toward the slot area. By the way, Joy now has 8 points on the season. 3 of those are against the Mullets.
Sometimes that works, and you get against a team and you see something or find something you like, and
it was deflected at the side of the net, just wide by Tricarico. Fed back to the line for Leopard. Swung over to the near side for Kubala with a shot. Save is made. The rebound over to the far side wall again. Now the Riverkings really have the Mullets chasing. Another shot over the top of the net. 1-0 Riverkings lead, 7-3. The shots on goal. Tricarico lost it just outside of the line. Had a swing back out of neutral. Now steps in again. Another shot hit the post. The rebound's under Falkenhagen for a moment, but picked up by the Riverkings again. Another shot and another save as the iron this time helps out Alex Falkenhagen.
Well, that's the third shot in a row that they went stick side, so I don't know if they spotted something on film. The one goal was stick side, and the 2 posts were stick side.
Yeah, if they didn't see it on film, they got to know it now. As the stick side seems to be open for business for the Riverkings. Trying to pull the puck free over at that far side corner. Tied it up. Taryn Perez, number 95 for the Mullets. Riverkings come out with it. Shot taken, trying to sail that one over the top. Falkenhagen didn't have to make a save. Here's Hill into the skates of Falkine. He'll look to skate away from Strick. Falkine will just swing the puck right back down low. Comes over toward the near side. Mullets on it first. They'll carry it back ahead to neutral. Just out of the reach of Oliver Kraft. Tupelo back out at center. Just softly sends that one back to the Mullet line. And Minnesota's in possession again. Turned it over at center. Falkine had a delay as Tricarico came back outside. Pardon me, that's Bowman and now Perez in a bit of danger as he was roughed up by Ewan Hill. Riverkings beginning to push here. Here come the Mullets. A chance for a 2-on-2 though as they carry across the line. Strick wanted to turn the corner, fell down as he was met there by Leopard, who has the puck, and then dishes to the corner. Good strong play defensively, but then turned over now. Here's Strick looking to settle the puck down, and Falkine just bailed himself out.
Yeah, that was almost a really bad turnover, but got away with it.
Here's Bowman back across the line, gonna pass off, score!
It's not an assist, but it's a point.
It's another point for Kyle Kupalo, and it's a 2-0 River King lead.
That was the patient. That's where things are starting to come together here a little bit for the Riverkings. We're seeing they're starting to gel as a team. The first half of the period, they seem to be doing a lot of individual work, and now they're bringing it together and they're finding each other in the open spots.
I believe that would be Bowman, who was the one that dished it off for his 14th point of the season. Goal number 10 of the campaign for Kupalo. Here's Cooper. Mills on the rip away. Riverkings continue to push. See if they had a secondary on that. Doesn't sound like it, at least for now. We'll see if maybe they do add it a little bit later. As the Riverkings again have the Mullets hemmed in their own zone. Panic skidding across, lost the handle. Bryce Cooper in possession will feed it ahead for LaJoy. He was met there by Austin Poole, who retreats back behind his own net. Plays ahead for Panic. Got a tip on it. Doesn't will go all the way down. Will not be icing though. Matisse Mayville trying to tie up his man. Mullets will carry back to the top of the circle. Shot swung on, missed wide. That was from Saldana. Riverkings again. Pass across, somehow finds its way to LaJoy. Again, 1-on-3 as he jumps into the offensive zone. Saldana tracks back, trying to play that one through a couple of bodies. Couldn't do it. Riverkings back in possession. A big hit applied there as the Mullets look to clear the zone. Lindblom will give off for Ekholm, and it's a chance for a 2-on-2 back out at center. Ekholm down the near side. Got spun around. Backhanded save as Tom made a nice stop there with a toe.
Yeah, that was a really not a hard shot, but it was directed for the corner, and he did his butterfly and got his leg kicked out and just got a piece of it.
Following up, there's a shot. That one's wide of the Walker side from Soul. It was a tricky shot on that backhander, and sometimes those changeups are enough to fool the goaltender.
Little help from the stripes there.
Here are the Riverkings in possession again. Going to deal it back for Soul on the backhand to the line. Whitehead delays, and he'll just toss it right back down low. McNeish was there. Skated away from one, couldn't get away from the second. And eventually McNeish pulls the puck free. McNeish to the top of the circle, returns to Whitehead. Whitehead will try the shot through traffic. Save made, rebound chance. That one stopped by Falkenhagen too, and he'll cover.
McNeish was drooling at it. He was staring at it. That's probably going to haunt him in his sleep because that puck was loose with the open net there, but he couldn't get there in time.
That's a nice shift from Hogan McNeish as he forced a couple of the turnovers down low, working hard on that forecheck. Rydberg back ahead. Mullets will attempt to clear. Dubel able to pinch in and hold the zone for now. It'll be Rydberg again, this time off of the glass. Bounces one past Kraft out at center. Dubel swats at it once. And now Strick on the take. Try to center. A little miscommunication there as Ortega was tracking back to the line. Riverkings able to chip it back toward the line. Held in. Here are the Mullets. They had Kraft working through the slot area. Couldn't settle the puck down though. Wisconsin Rapids has it again and back out to center with a 2-on-2. It'll be Chayka dropping it off. Soul, his shot got blocked. Kraft looking to turn the tide here. And that's the end of the long shift for the Mullets, so they'll try to make some changes. Down to 5 1/4 left here in the first period. 2-0 Riverkings. Goals from Potter and Kupalo. McNeish again fighting through some traffic, going to try a long shot, saved made by Falkenhagen, and this time he'll cover. Once again, you see McNeish. You think that puck's safe when he's around? It's not.
Yep. The Mullets have had some opportunities in the slot. They just haven't been able to get the puck to settle down because they've had some open looks, but the bouncing puck has not been their friend.
Riverkings will have it out at center. Kupalo getting ready to go on the attack. Walks in, takes a shot, sails it over the top of the net. The rebound came back, still bounced around, and eventually goes toward the near side corner.
Well, you don't see that very often. That bounced off the glass back out over the front of the net.
Yeah, sometimes near goaltender, you got to be careful of that because that could go right off the backside and in. I've seen that happen a time or two. And not much more than a time or two, so that's pretty odd. And that'll be held on by Falkenhagen, who's now seen a total of 14 shots. Been busy once again.
And a good chunk of those, probably at least 9 of those have been in the last 6 minutes. So since kind of like the floodgates opened up when you got that first goal.
And increasing in quality, too. And here's Potter back in the corner, looking to spin free. Able to pull the puck away from Perez. Now tries to slip the check to Lindblom. Gets it right back. What a pass from Peel. Save made, and then Falkenhagen will cover up. Puck is still loose for a moment. Eventually he gets the glove on it. Excellent work of the cycle there by the Riverkings, Peel and Potter.
That was a good give and go from the corner. And got a really good look at it. Actually 2 or 3 shots off of it, trying to hammer through, but Falkenhagen was equal to the task there.
Very high quality scoring chance for the Riverkings, trying to build on that 2-0 lead. Another one right off the face-off. And again, that's held on by Falkenhagen.
Yeah, so you were asking about that. So far, they only assist us to Bowman for that second goal for the Riverkings. Like you said, we'll see if that changes at all.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe Kupalo will go and say that went off of the back of somebody. He needs the assist.
Keep the streak alive.
Got to keep the streak alive. Here's Strick trying to undress the defenseman, but it's Matisse Mayville able to rip it away.
Good play by Mayville.
Absolutely, in good positioning there. Mayville again able to play it back ahead for Hill. Potentially a 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Ortega coming back on the back check. He'll disrupt Hill. There's a shot from Mayville. That one had some sauce on it, but missed wide.
Yeah, he had a head of steam going towards the net and let her rip, but just couldn't get it on net.
Hughes with a pass ahead. Carried over the line by Falkine. Hill passes down low. Backhander save made by Falkenhagen. Another chance from Bowman. Falkenhagen just outweighted Bowman on that one. Bowman got him down on the belly, but then Falkenhagen was still able to make that save somehow. Here's Hill. He'll fire a shot, and that one gets blocked. Bit of a shooting gallery right now for the Riverkings. Falkine lost the handle on it. Dubel overskates the puck. Here's Ekholm. The pass ahead back out at center. Lindblom will be roughed up by Hill. Whitehead stopped up in the corner. Plays back toward the point. Ekholm another shot. Tum will kick that one aside with ease as it's picked back up by the Riverkings. And here's Whitehead carrying out to center. Pass ahead. Knocked down by Bowman. Bowman and Perez meet. Bowman back to Falkine. Shot blockered aside by Falkenhagen. And this one just lifted out by Erspammer as the Mullets were feeling the heat once again.
That last time, it's the second time a Riverking has picked the puck clean out of the air and almost to get one turned into a goal and the other one didn't get the shot off, but good eye-hand coordination if you're picking the puck out of the air with your stick.
Yeah, excellent job by the Riverkings there today. Maybe some lacrosse players out there. There's a penalty going to be coming up.
Yeah, going to get Hill for a trip. Interesting. He must have had his stick out in front. Referee was only about 5 feet away. I'm about 50 feet away, so we'll let him. Yeah, we'll let him have that one.
Give him the benefit of the doubt there. So the Mullets will roll out the power play. It is a power play that has left something to be desired this season. 8.3% on the man advantage. The Riverkings on the other side, 80.4% on penalty kill.
You're stealing my thunder.
Sorry. Here's Strick dealing it back off. Will come right back to Brett Strick. And the River Kings on the intercept will carry right back out once again. Strick, the forward back. Nice play defensively. Got it away from Leppert now. The River Kings got to be careful as they got a couple of men up ice. Mullets couldn't capitalize though. Wilcoxon carrying through neutral. Back over to the near side. He'll gain the red line and send in. Tom lost it for a moment. Wrapped back to the point. Held in by the Mullets. Ortega. Here's Spammer. Dishing it back down low. Now fed to the line once again to Wilcoxon. Strick on the near side at the circle. Steps in. Shot. Tom will hang out of that one.
Yeah, they got the Mullets got it settled down and got something set up, got a quality shot, but Tom was equal to the task.
Yeah, offense has been a bit lacking this season, unfortunately, for the Minnesota Mullets, only scoring 82 goals. On the other side, they've only given up 180, which is not, although they are... Oh, here we go. It's Cooper coming in short-handed, and he's denied by Falkenhagen.
Good blocker save. They went stick side again.
Yeah, Falkenhagen able to get that blocker up. Keeps his team only down by 2. Nice short-handed opportunity generated there by Cooper. 41 seconds left on the man advantage. 40 seconds left of the period. So the River Kings will get back to 5-on-5 just before the period expires, unless they give one up, and Kraft is right in front. Got a stick tied up. One-timer, what a save made by Tom as he gets that left hand up and makes a big save.
That was a beautiful flash of the leather there. That shot came from right in the middle of the slot on the one-timer, and I don't think he got all of it, but that was headed for the upper deck.
It was a bit of
the net.
Yeah, it was a bit of a scramble, and Tom bailing his team out now. Turnover just inside the line. Yeah, Austin Poole with a shot. That one will deflect wide. River Kings with a chance to clear. McNeish turns it over again. Here's Kruger. Shot saved made by Tom. He'll just corral that one back in and cover up. 5 seconds left on the power play. 7.3 left in the period.
Yeah, Kruger, that was one, wasn't a lot on that one. I think he was looking for somebody to maybe be crashing the net there and get a tip, but Tom was able to get to it, stop it.
Ekholm was trying to play it right off of the faceoff. This long shot going in on Falkenhagen will miss the net, and that will do it. First period in the books here from the Southwood County Rec Center. Maybe not the fastest start that the River Kings would like, but a good pace and a 2-0 lead after 20. Welcome back. Just about to begin the second period here from the Southwood County Rec Center. A 2-0 lead for the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings over the Minnesota Mullets. Matt Panier, Mark Lochner joining you here on Hockey TV, Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, and on WIRI. And Mark, you had said you wanted to see the River Kings get out to a fast start. Maybe not the fastest of the starts, but it was fast enough to put the River Kings ahead 2-0 at the break.
Yeah, once they got that first goal, the first half of the period was pretty mundane, and then once they got that first goal, they really put the offensive pressure on, and were able to, they got the 2 goals. They had a couple other ones that were really good looks, and at the same level, the Mullets had some looks there, especially in that power play where they just couldn't get the puck to settle down on a stick. They had some really good looks in the slot, and on some levels, this is a game that could be 2-1, could be 4-0. Right. I mean, the way that a couple of bounces could go. So.
Yeah, the late save from Ian Tum in that first period. We'll see if that is anything meaningful down the stretch. Made a really nice save on that power play opportunity for the Mullets. We'll swap sides for the middle stanza as River Kings will now head from right to left on your computer screen, television, Roku, radio. What other way might you be experiencing this hockey game? Tell you what, you're not in person, and you should be here at the Southwood County Rec Center.
Could be listening on your phone, streaming it.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not on the Wi-Fi here, though. I mean, no offense, but yikes sometimes. I don't know what you're doing there, Mark, but you seem to have it be working out okay for you. As the River Kings coming over the line with Potter, he scored the first trick. Carrico with a one-hander just past the glove hand side of Falkenhagen, who stopped 17 of 19 in that first period. On the other side, Tum stopping all 7 he saw. Whitehead drops it off as he was pressured by Ortega. Now Strick will get stepped around by Dubel, who walks into the offensive zone, fires a shot. Falkenhagen with a save, and he'll hang on to the rebound.
Keeping an eye on some of the other games going on. The Santee Outlaws are up 2-1 on the Moose now.
That one switched quickly, didn't it?
They tied it up late in the first period and scored one early in the second. So
I just got an update. That one just went 3-1 Santee. Tyler Schmidt with all 3 for the Outlaws. So maybe I shouldn't say stuff about the Wi-Fi here. Also, it's pretty good. Here comes Falkite in over the line. He'll set up. Finds Bowman in the slot, trying to walk free, and he just lost the handle. But now Lepper with a shot save made. Rebound chance, step by. No, it goes in. The puck gets behind Falkenhagen.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Hill or if it was Bowman.
Yeah, it was one of those two in the pile. Hill's going to lead the charge back to the bench for now. We'll give it to him. And I think the big question is here.
Does Kupalo get the assist?
Does Kupalo get the assist? I think the initial shot was from Lepper, but maybe Kupalo touched it prior to that. If indeed he does, that would be 11 straight games with a helper from Kyle Kupalo. But that's the stand, 3-0 River Kings, 1 minute and 16 seconds into the second period.
That's how you wanted to start this period.
Could not ask for a much better start. So you score a greasy one there. The River Kings scoring 2 pretty ones in that first period. Gotta like seeing a whole bunch of different ways to get that puck behind Falkenhagen. Here's Hill. The shot save made by Falkenhagen. That one slipped under the pad, but it'll hang on.
Bowman and Leppert get the assist. Kupalo was in the middle of it, but must have never touched the puck.
You know, he might just go back and check the tape on that one. I see that happen from time to time. So it is Hill with the goal. It'll be his 5th of the season. Bowman 10th assist. Leppert 27th helper of the campaign. Face-off coming up for the right-hand side of Falkenhagen. Bowman on the intercept. Hill breaking toward the net mouth that is knocked away. And a long pass ahead. Strick is behind. The defense on the breakaway, and he is stopped.
Oh, what a save.
As Tom stretches out and puts the left leg down. Huge stop there. Now a chance for 2-on-1 back the other way. Here's Bowman. Shot, save made, and Falkenhagen will hang on as things open up a bit.
Boy, if Strick could have gotten any elevation on that puck at all, he was looking at a wide open net, but he couldn't get it over the pad. Tom was right there with that, just stretched out with the leg and sealed the door.
Yeah, tons of credit to Ian Tom stretching out, coming back over the near side post and keeping that leg down. Takes a lot of strength and flexibility to make that kind of save. Backhander over the face-off. Stopped by Falkenhagen as he makes a dandy of a stop. With the glove, he robs LaJoy.
Yeah, Mills slammed one and made the initial save, and the puck sat there, and LaJoy couldn't. I don't know how he made that save, I'll be honest.
Hughes trying to fire one through traffic. It goes off of a Mullen back out to neutral as Mayville comes across the line, lost the handle, and Cooper will just softly send it in the Mullet zone. Another one ahead for Strick, going one-on-one with Hughes. He'll try a shot, save made by Tom, and he's just trying to be sure he's got that in the torso. He does. And now we're starting to see the Mullets look like they're going to gamble a bit here and leave some players out of neutral.
Yeah, they're kind of cherry picking at the blue line, offensive zone blue line. Like I said, they're taking it one step further. They don't have anything to really lose or play for. They're just going to be out here trying to do whatever they can to try and get some goals.
And maybe see if that offense sparks itself here and gets them back in the contest. But as it is right now, it's a 3-0 River King lead. 17-15 left here in the second period. Cooper working that near side point area. 2 Mullets are in the mix. Eventually the puck comes out and it's Whitehead stepping in. Whitehead shot goes off of a shin pad. Held in by Mayville. His shot, that one got deflected. But I mean, that was actually Double, and it's going to come all the way back out to center where Whitehead will chase the puck back down.
LaJoy centered that right up through the slot, and Mills was there, but just couldn't connect on the pass.
LaJoy has it once again. Will backhand into the offensive zone. Mills chases on Poole. Knocked away from him. Marcellus Kruger couldn't pull it free. It's out in front for Joy. And now back to Whitehead. Whitehead shot deflected a couple of times. Ends up going wide over to the corner on the far side. Riverkings have it again. And Mills is going off on a change. Otherwise, that was a perfect pass to him. Whitehead out at center. Retrieves and flutters it back into the Mullets zone. Mullets pass ahead, able to backhand it out to center. Kupalo manning the neutral zone. Knocked it away for a moment. Pass back ahead by Leppert as the teams teeter-totter out at center, and eventually it's sent back into Riverking territory. Off of the wall out at center, McNeish. One hand to the head, and he's going to get a nice tap pass on, and here comes McNeish in on the backhand, and his shot goes wide. Now Chig with a shot. That one's going to go through the blue paint back over toward the far side point. Leppert sending it down the wall. Intercepted by the Mullets. Leppert has it again. This time he'll bank it. I think it went off of Wilcox and ends up on a play.
Yeah, it got deflected up into the netting. So that was a neat little one-touch pass, almost right down the middle, but couldn't get one on net. Lindsay Jacob had a good centering pass, but nobody was home.
Face-off coming over the left-hand side of Falkenhagen. It will be played back over toward the near side right off of the draw. And then a big hit applied there by Chayka. As it's out at center once again. Cleared out by the Mullets. And once again, they had Strick out of neutral. Watch out for number 91.
Yeah, Capolo's staying back, though. He's
keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, he's hanging back. They changed up their defense a little bit. And
the pass ahead goes off of McNeish. Chayka again, sent back in by the Riverkings. It'll be Joy trying to catch up. Marcellus Kruger, he's got a ton of speed. Some nice hands as well. Here comes Marcellus Kruger through neutral. Hit up the blue line, tries a shot, just whistle. That one wide. Boy, what a nice rush there by the youngster on the fence. There's Ortega, another shot save made by Tom, and that maybe right there might have been about the best that the Mullets looked offensively in this contest. Nice rush up the ice.
And then the puck came out to the point, and they got another shot, blockered over in the corner, and then another one, and Tom gloves that. So there's 3 shots in the course of about 15 seconds.
Yeah, Marcellus Kruger, the 19-year-old defenseman out of Maplewood, Minnesota, last playing for the Alexandria Blizzard.
Peel got dragged down, but no call.
Comes Oliver Crafton over the line. Will try to step wide. Good defensive play there by Peel. Eventually, Potter picks up the puck. He's got Tricarico ahead, but Potter will carry on. Potter through center. Tries to get around the defender. Ortega. It's just the side of the net. Falkenhagen didn't want to take any chances, so he covers.
Yeah, Potter tried pushing through to the net. Didn't really get... Don't think he'll get credited with a shot on goal, but put the pressure on, force the face-off, and get the offensive zone face-off here to see if we can set something up.
14:28 left in the second period. 3-0 Riverkings lead. 26-11 the shot. Goal score! Right off of the face-off. That one slides through Falkenhagen. It's Potter again, and now it's 4-0 Riverkings.
I'm not sure if that went under his arm or if that went through 5-hole. He got a piece of it, and it just trickled across the line.
Yeah, tough one there for Falkenhagen. That's the second time this period we've seen that happen. As Hill scored one very similar, where the puck just slowly rolled across the line, and now it's Sebastian Potter. 2 in the contest for him. Off the glass, back out at center. Here's Whitehead ahead for Tricarico. So the Riverkings are off to the races now at 4-0 ahead of the Mullets. He'll try the shot, got blocked on the way. Going to be rung around over to the far side. An unassisted tally from Potter, which means that there's 2 spots there for a couple if they want to go back and give him one. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if you've ever heard of something called the Great Lakes Hockey League. It's a men's league. And the Mosinee Papermakers, one of the local teams in the area here, I'm going to tell you, there were more assists by players on the bench in that league than I have ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, really?
Oh, goodness. Goals scored by somebody, and then the assist to the guy that would then just lean over to the scorer's table and say, hey, I got the assist on that one. No, you were sitting on the bench, dude.
Hey, it looks good on paper.
Yeah, and somebody led scoring in the league by doing that one year. I'm not going to talk about that anymore, though. As that one is set back down low as a shot now it ends up getting deflected wide.
Well, Mullets had somebody on the back door, but they couldn't get to the bouncing puck.
Off of the side
Delayed
of the net.
penalty, too, coming up here on the Riverkings, so Mullets had pulled their goalie, get the extra attacker.
And Falkenhagen is to the bench, and the Mullets will set up back at their own end now. 7 minutes into the second period. Careful. Drakarico almost forced that one into the net without touching it. And now here's Strick. He'll try to get around the defense. Good play by Dubel to cut him off. Strick again tries the tough angle shot, goes off on the side of the net. Dubel trying to get the touch and the control, and eventually the whistle here to bring the power play on again for the Mullets.
So if the Mullets would have put that in their own net,
it counts.
That's a
That's
goal.
a goal for the Riverkings. Yep.
And that was about as close as you're going to see.
I don't know if you've seen, but if you go look up on YouTube, look up like empty net bloopers from the NHL. You'll see some. Typically what happens is someone's trying to hit the point man on a pass and they miss and it goes all the way down into the net, but I've seen some similar goals scored like that in the NHL.
There's some explaining to do if you to a coach, I would think.
You definitely do.
Oh, good
nice
save
by Tom. Another nice deflection. That was Oliver Kraft putting one on net. Well, important junction here for the Mullets, trailing by 4 on the man advantage with 12:24 left here in the second period. If they can get one and breathe some life back into themselves. Here's Strick weaving through, lost the handle. He has been a nifty player in this contest, certainly showing some hands. I just hasn't been able to finish. Ortega with a shot, looking for the deflection at the side of the net from Erspammer.
That changed speeds going through there, but didn't quite connect on the net.
Mullets power play has not looked bad. They had some opportunities in that first period as well. Picked back up by the Mullets. Ortega going to the net mouth. They could not get the pass through as it goes off of the side of the net. Here the Mullets again, trying to feed the point back to Ortega. Erspammer knocked it away, and now Kraft. Oh, big hit there by Kupalo. And the Mullets bench was calling for one. They're not going to get it. Here's Wilcoxon to Erspammer. Swings it over to this side. Ortega will play it back to the point. Erspammer was not in the correct position, though, and he's going to have to chase all the way back down with Joy in his back pocket.
Putting speed. He's got help.
He picked the puck up, takes a shot, and the save is made by Falkenhagen. Kind of a long shift here for the Mullets, and you can see Joy with a fresh leg is able to come up with a shorthanded chance. Mullets in their own end, trying to rev things up again. Reinberg will drop the puck off for Wilcoxon, who steps to the red line. Finds a little space over the left-hand side, carries in, knocked away by Leppert. He will have his pocket picked up by Lindblom. Play back for Lindblom, shot him on the side of the net. That one got a little bit of post. It'll be Lindblom on the take again over the far side wall. Lost the handle now. Cooper trying to go through at neutral. Nice play coming back by Lindblom.
That's a good kill. The Mullets looked like they had some life, but couldn't capitalize.
And a couple of opportunities now. Turn it over, and here's Bowman. His pass just behind McNeish. McNeish will have to pick it back up in the corner. Left it off of the boards. Mullets now racing ahead up the near side. Kruger took a stick with him, lost the handle, and now it's Lindblom. Pass over to the far side. Ekholm shot. That one sails over the top of the net. Here's McNeish spinning it back out to center. This one's going to go all the way down. Will it be icing?
No, waved it off.
Yeah, waved off as at 50-50 the defenseman. And now here's Poole. Well, I'll tell you, the Mullets, you can see some nice jumps, some good stick handling, and some skating and some confidence with the puck. It's just once they get into that offensive zone, seems like they can't get those shots through. So credit to the Riverkings. They're giving them some open ice, but not quite enough. We're going to get a penalty here.
Hooking.
Yeah, it'll call it.
14 for the Mullets.
That is Jack Ekholm, who turned Kupalo around, so he'll go to the sin bin. 9:49 left here in this second period, and the Riverkings are headed to power play. You got those stats for us, Mark?
I
I didn't want to.
I make one comment. I was going to apologize.
It's all good.
It's all good. You've got the computer in front of you, so
I know I'm so quick on these things.
Yeah, it's all good. I just figured I'd make you a little bit of a smart aleck.
That's okay.
If you got it, pull it.
How about this? I'll give you the Riverkings power play against the Mullets so far this season. 3 for 10 at 30%.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Yeah, 2 for 7 actually last time these two teams met. So in a 3-0 game, played a pretty big factor, did that Riverkings power play. Swung back over to this side for Bowman, and he'll just toss it right back down low. Falkide. Again, we're still waiting for a Kyle Kupalo assist to make it 11 games in a row. There's a shot on and a save made by Falkenhagen.
I don't know if it's the home ice advantage or what, but it just seems like the Riverkings, like the passing is where the Mullets that have the puck bounce over a stick. The Riverkings are finding tape and able to get just a little more crisp.
And you can tell this is right about the time of the year where these players have played now with each other since October. You'll see a lot of teams that do a bit of upheaval. They'll make some trades. They'll bring in some players. The Riverkings obviously didn't do that. Still playing with a lot of the same roster that they had at the earlier part of the year. And I would argue that that's probably part of a factor, too, is that these players are now finding a lot of good chemistry.
Kupalo put a shot on net, but nobody was there to hit the rebound to give him that assist.
So here is Kupalo again in his own zone, seeing who's going to give him that apple. Maybe it'll be Falkide across the line. He got cut off. Bowman had to hurry it back down to Falkide in the corner. That'll be Bowman again at the point. Returns to Falkide. So we're going over to Kupalo one-timer. Save made by Falkenhagen up into the netting. Leaves 42 seconds on the power play for the Riverkings.
Just looking up, Asante and the Moose are still 3-1 Asante.
Yeah, lots of interesting contests going on all around here tonight. As Tricarico fires a shot, Falkenhagen could not stop it. Batted it up into the air and then in, and it's 5-0 Riverkings. Tricarico gets a little point to the camera. So a power play goal for the Riverkings puts them up by a handful with 8:23 left in the second. And we've been talking about Kupalo's streak. How about Tricarico? Man, he has been red hot lately, too.
Yeah, he's red hot. I'm not sure. I think the assist might be going to Leppert and Mills, possibly.
Once again, that would have to be one of those phantom assists as Kupalo was not out on the ice. So give that one to Tricarico. And that'll be his 35th of the season. 11th on the power play. Now here's Peel trying to weave through. Mills with Tricarico sitting up in front of the net now. Another assist from Leppert. He's had himself a pretty solid game. Poked back to the line and then sent out to center by the Mullets.
Thought I heard a whistle there, but
someone cheering, huh?
Yeah, must be. Really high-pitched.
Same pitch. I thought I heard it too, I'm not going to lie. Here's Tricarico at center, just sends that one in right onto the stick of Marcellus Kruger. Poole with a pass ahead, deflected on and bounced around. Here is Peel. Lifts one ahead, knocked down by Anderson, number 24 for the Minnesota Mullets. By the way, Kane Anderson, 5'9", 140 out of Avon, Colorado, is 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
And here he goes. Tom out to the puck, will ring it back around. Lindblom off of the bench, will send it right back down low. Pardon me, that was actually Ekholm on the chase. There's a shot taken from Ersbammer. Ekholm trying to settle it down to the side of the net. Couldn't do that, and here come the Riverkings. Bank pass ahead for Peel. Nice feed from Jacob. Peel with a shot. Got softened and will be held out by Falkenhagen.
Tom came way out of the net to play that one to prevent the one-man breakaway, and he shot it around, and there was a mullet over here waiting. He hustled back into the net to make sure they didn't just leave it wide open for him. So Mullets had a couple opportunities there, but Riverkings are able to shut it down.
That Tum coming out with a big save. He's made some nice saves in this contest. I mean, I think you touched on it pretty well as Ortega tries the shot. Think about some of the saves that he made in that first period, and then on Strick here in the second. This could be a pretty different looking hockey game.
Yeah, 5-0 is not total.
Just out of the reach of Joy. Here's Sowell in the corner for Joy once again. 8-9-10 line out. Now Kupalo with a shot save made. Rebound chance, still loose. Still loose, and then Joy ends up firing it wide. Kupalo's like, come on.
Almost.
Put it home. Off of the boards. Here's Joy. Sowell again, shot. Falkenhagen, that one surprised him a little bit as he hadn't been down on the ice to make the stop. Went into his skates, but held it out.
I was just noticing, is that Sowell's first shift? I hadn't seen him out there yet, and I saw Hughes out there in that last shift too. So a couple of shaking things up a little bit, getting some fresh legs out on the ice.
Yeah, that'll be one of the things the Riverkings can do here with a 5-0 lead is go a little bit deeper into the bench. Don't forget these two teams back in action here again tomorrow, too. As mentioned, it's a pretty big weekend coming up for the Riverkings next week as Falkheim now leads the charge on a 2-on-1. He's got Bowman swings it across. Bowman one-timer just missed the target.
Didn't quite connect on the shot.
Yeah, those games next weekend against Steel County, falling down, but then passing back. It was Ekholm. Earthspammer with a shot in the post. One would not have been for the highlight reel for Ekholm as a roughing call is going to come here.
Taking Hill. Hill's pleading his case.
Third power play coming up here for the Mullets. So they've certainly been getting their chances, but the Riverkings penalty kill is not allowed.
And unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, so Hill gets the extra. The British international, 6'1", 176.
It's only a 2-minute power play, but I think he got the 10-minute misconduct.
So Hughes will come in to serve the 2 minutes, and then Hill will have to serve the entirety. Face-off coming up over to the right-hand side of Ian Tum. Another opportunity for the Mullets to try to get on the board here. Power play hasn't looked terrible, just hasn't cashed in. Shot taken, and it'll be knocked aside there by...
Good play by Cooper.
Yeah, as Tum knocked it away, Cooper clears all the way back down. Down to 5:14 left here in the second period. A 5-0 River King lead. Here's Strick. Trying to weave all the way through. Had a little bit of help there from Earthspammer, but shot was not on target. Strick again. Back to the line, Wilcoxon. Steps to the middle of the ice. Wilcoxon stops up, gives off for Ortega, fires a shot, big save by Tum, and then up into the netting.
Yeah, Strick danced all the way through the defense, and he can handle the puck. He looks dangerous, but he hasn't been able to tally anything on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, we've seen that out of the Mullets in this contest. Just some nice talented rushes and good hands, good speed, but kind of stalls once it gets into that offensive zone. Shot taken to that one, sails just wide. It'll be Strick on the take at the top of the circle on the near side. Feeds it back to the point. Wilcoxon shot in front was Kraft. Yeah, he was providing the screen, but provided a little too nice of a screen. Now here's Mills getting around the defenseman. Backhander, the save made by Falkenhagen.
I was almost wondering if he was going to try and cut across in front, but he ran out of real estate.
And he had Strick back there before as the defenseman, and Mills recognized it, went right at him.
Joy just got his stick hammered right out of his hands. No call. Now
penalty coming up here to the Riverkings. So maybe on the retaliation, and now Kupalo, Leppert, and more mayhem down low. Tom comes back and gives a shove.
I think Wilcoxon didn't like, now he's pointing, got two fingers out. I think he's going to take two. We'll see what Riverkings are still one short trying to kill off a penalty, and they just took another one, but I think looks like they're going to match it up.
Yeah, temper's boiling a little bit here. Not sure what that initial penalty was. It was to the Riverkings.
The Riverkings have 4 in the box.
So Kupalo goes in, Mills goes in. Will Coxon, the lone man in the box for right now for the Mullets.
That is not what you want to do when you're up 5-0. This is going to be 5-on-3.
So Mike,
not 5-on-3, but it should be 4-on-3.
Yeah, my guess here is that Kupalo's stepping out of the box.
When he was the one that had the initial check that everybody took, they must have called everything after the fact.
Well, now they just called this penalty, so tried to escape. Mills was about to step out of the box. No, your penalty got called too. And then Will Coxon. So, yeah, we are going to see a 5-on-3 here, Mark, for 32 seconds.
But how can they be 5-on-3 when they got somebody in the penalty box?
Well, there was the initial penalty, I believe, to Mills. Remember, the hand went up.
Yeah.
And then there was the scrap after. So it would have been 5-on-3 for the Mills penalty. And then Will Coxon and Kupalo go off, too. And Spammer's getting tossed out of the face-off dot. And I got to be careful here because that could be a penalty, and it is going to be.
He's
delay of game.
Thank you very much.
Spammer's got a little bit of a wry grin on his face. He doesn't believe it, but he's going to the box, and now it is 4-on-3.
And the face-off comes out of the zone, which is another.
Yeah.
Wow, that was potentially a big penalty.
Boy, I don't know who's more frustrated right now, the players or the officials. Calling some delay of games here. They're not having it. The shot taken and the save made by Tom.
Oh, why didn't Leopard pound that one out of the zone?
Yeah, the Riverkings are still short-handed here for the next 8 seconds. Here's Strick. Feeding it back. Poole giving over to this side for Ortega. His shot. That one skips wide.
Get up there.
Here comes Strick. Yeah, Tricarico is out of the box. Shot taken and a save made. Rebound pops free. Another shot. That one sails just wide.
Just fluttered wide, Dan.
We're going to go 4-on-4 here for the next minute 15. 3:17 left in the second period as Strick sends back into the corner. Tied up back behind. The Riverkings looking to find the exit. Strick is still there. Feels like he's been out on the ice for a long time. He got roughed up there by Soul.
And cleared.
And cleared back out to center. They were trying to hit Tricarico. And now here comes Ortega across the line, and he's got Ekholm with. Drops it back to him. Ekholm hitting into the slot. Backhander. Save made. Rebound chance. That one stopped too. And then another one stopped by Tom. Turned over in front. Kraft will try the shot, and that one ramps up and ends up on a play as Tom stops a couple.
Kraft wanted. He pulled his stick. He looked like he wanted to break his stick over his helmet because he knows he had an opportunity there.
And he was a bit upset with himself, but had a good chance.
Puck just went flying from bench to bench. I don't know what.
I don't know. Maybe someone didn't want a souvenir.
I don't know.
Here comes Dubel carrying it over the line. Will work wide on Kruger. Dubel stepping up, got tied up. Peel hoping to pull it free, but it is once again taken by the Mullets. And we are 4-on-4 here now, down to 15 seconds. Kruger.
Speed game.
Yeah, Kruger is very, very quick now. Passes out front for Lindblom and well read by Dubel.
Good play.
Ekholm able to settle it down, but then knocked away by Sebastian Potter. 2 goals for him in this contest. Carries across the line, tries to weave around the defenseman Kruger.
Penalties are over.
We are back to 5-on-5 with less than 2 minutes remaining in the period. Shot deflected by Bowman. That one fooled Falkenhagen, but went wide. Now here's Peel stepping in. Shot. Big save made as Falkenhagen gets the glove and hangs on.
Yeah, let's see if the Riverkings, I'm sure the coach isn't real crazy about the loss of discipline there and giving up those power play opportunities. When you're up 5-0, you don't want to breathe any life into it. And need to stay out of the penalty box and clean things up a little bit, I would think.
Right, and some good work on the penalty kill for the Riverkings here now, killing off 4 as Saldana steps in, and the save is made by Tom. That was a nice save. Took a deflection going up high, changed direction, and Tom climbed the ladder and knocked it out of the air.
Good blocker save.
It's going to be a face-off back down in Riverking territory. Shots on goal 40 for the Riverkings, 23 for the Mullets. So they're getting some offensive opportunities. There's Perez with a shot, and that one's going to miss the target. Panic trying to feed it back. It is turned over to Anderson with a shot. He scores!
Yeah, bad turnover.
Cade Anderson, the 15-year-old, puts it home. 5-1 as the Mullets get on the board.
Yeah, just coughed up the puck in their own zone and one touch, high blocker side, and buried it.
Third of the season for Cade Anderson. He is 5th point. Not much Tom could have done about that one. As the Mullets get on the board here with a minute 15 now remaining in the period.
He is assisted by number 9, Simon Payton, and by number 10, Ethan.
So Panic and Saldana get the assists. There's Mills trying to shot save made by Falkenhagen, and he'll hang on with a minute remaining in the period.
That was deflected. He did a good job to stay with that one. That changed directions halfway to the net.
And good positioning there by Falkenhagen, veteran goaltender. As we mentioned, 31st start of the season. Turned over at the side of the net here, the Riverkings. Cooper winds up a shot, another save made by Falkenhagen. Had to fight that one off of it, and he'll cover up.
Yeah, Rydberg did a good job tying up LaJoie out in front of the net and didn't let him get at any kind of a rebound.
Face off over the right-hand side of Falkenhagen. And the Ekholm tapping it off of the wall. Carried back ahead by Rydberg. Swung in by Erspammer. Tum on the touch. Turns it over to Lindblom. Throws it right back out in front. He was hoping for some help or maybe deflection, and now turned over just inside the line. The Riverkings can't connect on the pass with LaJoie. Rung back around over to the far side into the final 30 seconds of the second period. Whitehead getting roughed up there by Erspammer. Stepping off of the wall. A couple of moves. Backhander score!
Oh, what a beautiful handle.
Reese Mills with the beauty, and it's 6-1 with 18.1 left in the second.
That's a killer for the Mullets to give up that late goal. And great for the Riverkings to come back and answer on that, but if you're the Mullets have got to be just sick to, you fight and claw and scratch. I'll get it out one way or another here. And get that goal, and then you give up one late in the period. That's just a killer.
Yeah, and it was Mills just threw that defense like a hot knife through butter. And a backhander to put it home. And maybe one more rush coming up here for the Riverkings. LaJoie ends up shooting it just wide. Shot back to the line. This one will be knocked down at center. Riverkings will play it back to the blue line where it was intercepted by Perez. And that will do it for the second period. An offensive explosion by the Riverkings. They get 4 in the middle frame and now lead is 6-1. Welcome back, everyone. Just about to begin the third period here from the Southwood County Rec Center. It is a 6-1 Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings lead here over the Minnesota Mullets. Matt Pannier, Mark Lochner with you here from central Wisconsin. A very busy second period for the Riverkings on the scoring chart. Hill, Potter, Tricarico, and Mills, with Cade Anderson scoring for the Mullets, and that was exactly what the Riverkings needed in that that second period mark. They have the 2-0 lead. There was a little bit of doubt instilled by the Mullets. They had a nice power play at the end of that first period. They had some opportunities. Ian Tum, in a 6-1 game, you don't want to talk about the goaltender making the difference for your team, but he's made some very important stops in this. Might fly under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, it's been that first period for sure. When you only had the 2-goal lead, he stopped a couple of, and then even on a couple of those power plays, even that 5-on-3 and things like that, defensively to kill off the penalty. He made a couple of stops, got a little help from a post, one help from the post, and able to take care of business. So.
Yeah, sometimes the iron is your best friend, as this one is sent in to the Mullet zone. The Riverkings back on the attack, moving from left to right here in period number 3 on Hockey TV, Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, and on WIRI. As we're back underway, the Riverkings looking to solidify themselves in 4th in the USPHL Premier Midwest West. Again, these two teams will meet again tomorrow. And a chance for the Riverkings to give themselves even more distance in that 4th place battle.
I'm having some technology issues, so I'm going to go to the paper in front of me here in a little bit when we get a stoppage and ask a question.
There you go. I like, a lot can be said about the nice technology and all that stuff, but you can't go wrong with just having a nice piece of paper in front of you with all the information. Turnover, there's a shot, and a save made by Ian Tum as the puck will come back to the point. Nice hold in by Wilcoxon, and here's Strick. Slapped away from him, though. Tricarico out of center, going to chip around the defenseman, and now here comes Tricarico with Potter looking for the hat trick, and a save made by Volkenhagen. What a stop that one was.
Potter tried going glove side, and he stuck the pad out and just stonewalled it.
Now left back for Kraft. His shot save made by Tom, and then swung at, but the Riverkings have it back out at center, and a chance for a 2-on-2. Joy. They're going to step around Poole, but he got stopped up, and now here's Marcellus Kruger. Ran out of time. Had to turn it over to Falkine. Shot, and that one just missed.
Good screen out front. I don't know if Falkenhagen saw that one, but goes wide.
And just missed over to that far side post as Leppert retrieves in his own end. Fast-moving first minute 45 of this third period. No change on the scoreboard, although both teams with some nice chances.
And the Riverkings will like it if the clock goes faster.
Here's Falkine.
5-goal lead.
Yeah, why not? Get ready for tomorrow's contest and maybe do a little bit of scoreboard watching here throughout the rest of the day. That's what we're doing up here, too, and there's some pretty interesting things happening around the USPHL Premier Midwest West. Sent in, Tum covers. All right, what do you got on that paper there, Mark?
What does Swiss cheese mean in hockey?
Swiss cheese? I don't think it's a good term.
It actually is a good term.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing. I went right away. It's a goalie or something that's got holes in him or something like that. But we'll go to the next stop.
All right, you're going to make me think about it because I have heard the term Swiss cheese defense before. So obviously that's a bit derogatory.
But that's not it.
Yeah, that usually comes up on the Edmonton Oilers fan boards when they have a bad game. And then I just have to block it out. So that one is deflected back over toward the near side. Well, big hit applied there by Panic. And here comes Mills. Chopped around by Saldana. And he played right back down into the corner as the Riverkings. Yeah, we're going to get a hold here. Interference, and I believe it's going to be Perez. The Riverkings should go on the power play here.
Yeah, he's getting up slow, so he's looking pretty dejected. And at first, I wasn't sure who it was going on because they both kind of went down together, but it is going against. Oh, Hill's in the box too. So
yep, still serving the rest of that 10.
That 10, yeah, yep. That's right.
All right, Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese is used to refer to players that are great on and off the ice. That's all I've got here. That's all.
Interesting.
I've never heard that term before. You got to give credit to our producer here.
From Art?
From Art. He's got some of the material that he gave me before the game, so.
I like that. And now, did you intend for the pun with great? It's a shot from Falkine, and then knocked aside at the side of the net.
Oh. Yeah, Wisconsin, the cheese.
Yeah, that's right. We're always talking about cheese.
Cheese grater. Yeah, see if maybe that's a term somewhere. That's usually not a good thing to hear either.
There is Kuplo. Remember, still looking for that assist. Kuplo will feed back over to the circle for Bowman. Back over to this side for Falkeye, but it's Kuplo again, and now Falkeye lost the handle. It's loose up in the air.
It's a goal.
Potter knocks it down.
Does that? I don't think, because I think Falkeye and Potter, I think that's Potter's hat trick, so they're going after the puck.
Yep. And a couple of lids come down.
I think Falkeye and Kupolo.
I don't know.
We'll have to see what the official scoring is.
Yeah. Let's just give it to him for now. We'll see how they score that one, but it did look like it was Kupolo.
What are the official scores? Let's do it. It's over.
They're doing it right next to you there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Lean on over. 7-1, Riverkings well in control, 16-19. That is a power play goal as well. Potter with his third of the contest, 15th of the season. Ashton Potter feasting on the Minnesota Mullets this season as well.
Let's see what they...
Here comes Falkeye revving up over to the far side, drops it back for Bowman. Help there from the Riverkings to play it back down into the corner on the near side. It's Hughes for Bowman. Nifty toe drag, try the shot. Oh, they're going to give it to Tricarico. Rebound loose.
That's
Tricarico and Falkeye.
Yep.
That one will go offside. And a whistle here.
Kupolo was the third. If they'd give 3 assists, he'd had it. But
can we go back and add
2?
Primary, secondary? Can we add a tertiary assist? And I only say that because I wanted to use the term tertiary.
Ooh.
What comes after tertiary?
Fortiary?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I'm going to tell you, my journalism days are far behind me. Sure, it's somewhere in some word book somewhere, but I'm not going to be digging it out anytime soon.
Could be quad, could be, I don't
something,
know.
Quad, and then probably Quint for the 5. Turned in front, shot at the side of the net. It's off of the side there as Joy is doing some hard work down low. Look at the feet, Bowman out front. He was wide open on the doorstep.
Stuff like that must only come up when it's a 6-goal game.
Yeah, right? This one's going to go all the way back down, and Tom just decides to keep that puck moving. We're just past 5 minutes gone here. Again, these two teams will play again tomorrow here at the Southwood County Rec Center as the Riverkings get closer to clinching that 4th spot in the USPHL Premier Midwest West. And mark at the next stoppage, I'm going to explain to you why you were right during that period, but that little discussion we had in between periods, and I was dead wrong.
Ooh.
This one goes the length of the ice. So
that took a funny bounce out in the middle of the ice too. It looked like it hit a ramp.
Yeah, I wonder if the ice is getting a little bit choppy out there. All right, so Matt Fillmore reminded me, because this is what Matt Fillmore does. He's a bright guy. Remember, I said I thought the Minnesota Blue Hawks would take down the Squatch in that first round. And then we were talking and said, okay, you thought maybe Hudson and the Riverkings would go. But I said no, because they would play each other. But if the Blue Hawks won, they would play Hudson. And the Riverkings would get the Moose or whoever is the second lowest seed. So there is the possibility. There is the possibility. But
will miracles never cease?
Like we said, that's just all theory right now. So many open opportunities. And I'm going to tell you, this has got to be, you take a look at some of the other divisions around the USPHL, and you can sort of punch the tickets of a lot of teams. The most glaring example of that would be the Great Lakes division with the Metro Jets and the Toledo Cherokee. I'd say Fort Wayne's got a pretty darn good shot of going to the Midwest East, and then you got a couple of question marks there. But I'm going to say this, Hudson is about as close to a lock as you're going to have in this division, and everything else I think is pretty wide open.
Yeah, this
and even
league,
that's not.
I was going to say, this league, these teams were all, a couple of weeks ago, they were all separated by just a couple of points. It was pretty tight. Riverkings have been able to take care of business and move up a little bit. So
yeah, they really have, and boy, what a nice schedule they had down the stretch as well to finish at home their final 9 contests, and then could potentially be 11 in a row as well, or 12 if they have to go to a game 3. But the friendly confines of the Southwood County Rec Center. So Riverkings will retrieve out at center, give it across for Kupalo now. You don't wonder, you're up 6 goals. Kupalo obviously a very important player for the Riverkings, so you might want to rest him a bit, but he'll try to keep that streak alive too.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, because the game's pretty much in hand. I don't see anything changing as far as the win-loss column right now, but
yeah, it would take a pretty Herculean comeback by the Minnesota Mullets as Kupalo steps it over the line, takes a shot and scores.
That's his second goal.
Did that go off of McNeish? No, just kidding. Kupalo's second with 12:24 left in the third.
That's a long stick if that went off McNeish.
You have to do a little CGI work to make it look like that on the replay.
Art could do it.
I'll bet he could. 8-1 Riverkings leading this one. Kupalo with his 11th of the season. Labeled to that glove side of Falkenhagen, who's put forth as much of a strong effort as he could, but unfortunately just too many pucks coming his way. 49 shots on goal now for the Riverkings. I think that's kind of been the story of Falkenhagen's season, is he's just seen a lot of rubber and some high quality shots as well.
Yeah, that's tough work as well. I mean, it's not the most shots the Riverkings have ever put on net, but he's gotten some really quality looks tonight.
Yeah, nearing a shot per minute for the Riverkings as we get close to the 10-minute mark here. Another shot taken, that one sails over the top of the net. Reese Mills in front providing a screen. Another shot from Mayville, and this one will be held on to by Falkenhagen.
Mayville's over there talking to himself, so he must have seen something. Didn't put the puck quite where he wanted to. Yeah, you usually don't score many when you put it right in the chest protector.
Do you think he's speaking to himself in English or French?
Oh, if he's not speaking, if it's in French, then I wouldn't understand what he's saying.
Of course, the French international, Matisse Mayville. I'll tell you, you don't think about France a lot when you think about hockey, but there have been some good players here for the Riverkings from France. Matt, you're going to have to remind me. Who was that a couple of years ago? Adrian Sebag, that's right. He was phenomenal. Forward number 4, correct, for the Riverkings under Marty Quarters. As that one is shot off of the side of the net. And another centering pass. Some of those not so common European countries are where you're seeing these Riverkings come from. A lot of British flavor on this squad as well. But credit to Coach Beckman and the staff for finding those players. We're going to get a whistle and a penalty behind the play coming to the Riverkings.
Looks like Whitehead might be going, yep. Not even going to wait for him to open up the door. He just climbed over the top and said, I'll take it.
That's when you know. When you know, you know. 10:44 left here in the third. It is an 8-1 River King lead. Again, Riverkings will be taking on the Mullets here tomorrow, and then the final 2 games against Steele County next weekend on Friday and Saturday. Oh, deflected at the side of the net. It's going to come back to the line, held in by Wilcoxon. Got to be careful of his knees. McNeish almost going back the other way.
He was doing everything he could to hold the zone, but being on his knees, he wouldn't have been able to get back on defense.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be a bit careful there, and Wilcoxon was able to bail himself out. Trying to weave through traffic. Wilcoxon picks it up at the top of the circle, feeds to the point of the far side. Ortega just has to come back out to neutral. And then away from Wilcoxon, McNeish is going to catch up to this puck first. Cooper looking to pull the puck free. Bryce Cooper lost the handle. Mullets have it again. Skating back out. This is her spammer. And he'll spin back. Talked about the Riverkings, what's left for them. The Mullets have 2 more games. One against the Hudson Havoc. It's going to be a home game on the 24th.
Oh, my bad. The official blew the whistle.
Wanted to keep going.
Yeah, he dropped the puck and the official blew the whistle and started patting his chest. My bad.
Quick whistle there. 59 seconds left in this power play for the Mullets. Maybe getting a bit of a break in an offensive zone face-off as Ekholm tried to go through Mills, but lost the handle on the puck. Poole swings over to the point on the far side. Rydberg will play the puck right back down low. Here's Marcellus Kruger feeding Ekholm. Top of the circle. Shot sailing over the top of the net. Tum lunging at that one, trying to make the save. Didn't have to, though. And now here's a chance for the Riverkings. Lost it at center, though. Ekholm at neutral, over the red line now and over the blue. 1-on-2, tried the shot, missed it wide. Rydberg steps up, will play it right back down low. Kupalo to it first, up the wall, trying to get past Ekholm. He cut things off. Now Kruger spins it back for Ekholm. To return to Kruger, but Kupalo breaking it up, and now here's Poole. Swung it across the far side, just got that pass out, otherwise Joy was looking to break it up, deflect it up, and into the netting, out of play.
And Kupalo's on the penalty kill, you know, and leading the team in assists, or on this, not leading the team in assists, but he's on that streak, and that's a lot of work, you know, extra work being on the penalty kill and leading offensively. That's a team leader that's really important to have going in, especially going into the playoffs.
Yeah, really, when you think about it, Mark, down the stretch here, I mean, obviously, you're playing the Mullets, who are the 9th place team in this league, but you really want to make sure that you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's all the way throughout these last 4 contests. Going to be a good test next week against Steele County, so you don't want to come in here and look at this.
Here comes Ben.
Look at this. Ben Bonarenko is coming in net. 5'10", 170, 19-year-old out of Holly Springs, North Carolina, last playing for Elon University ACHA. It'll be his first action out on the ice for the Riverkings.
Oh! The official just took the puck in the face.
Yeah, they were trying to play it off the boards.
Right down.
Ouch.
He's back up on one knee.
You know, you talk a lot about how these hockey players have to take the hits, the bumps, and the bruises, but how about the refs?
Yeah, they don't have as much padding, that's for sure.
No cage either.
He's all good, no blood, no foul.
Yep.
That's good. With the way he went down, I mean, he took it in the face and went right down. I was a little worried.
A stoppage in play brought to you by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. As the Riverkings are back out at center, and Peel going to try to chase it down. Falkenhagen will lose it to Tricarico, but broke up the rush enough. Tricarico could not weave his way through traffic. It'll go back over to the far side where it is picked up by Matisse Mayville. Whoops. Oh, Bodrenko's first test was almost some friendly fire.
Again.
And now over the side of the net. Well, if the Mullets aren't going to shoot on him, his teammates might.
Usually don't normally see that during pregame, but well.
Back out at center here are the Riverkings. Potter chipping around and a chance for some numbers. Potter already with 3 goals. Looking to weave around the fence. Got it back. The side of the net. Wow. Couldn't get a shot off. Put on a bit of a stick handling display there, Sebastian Potter, but the Mullets are back out. Here's Panic at center. 1-on-1 with the defender. A good stick there by Hughes.
Good poke check.
Riverkings in over the line again. This is Potter. Swatted away from him by number 17. Landon Shirley, 17-year-old out of Bossier City, Louisiana, former Midwest Blackbird. Another shot on, and that one's deflected up and out of play. So 6 from Arizona, 1 from New Mexico, and Louisiana.
Hockey hotbeds.
Hockey hotbeds. Playing down on the bayou. I don't think it freezes.
5'9", 2'6".
I don't think the alligators would like it much.
I don't think so either. They wrap back around, and this will be Whitehead out at center. We'll flutter the puck back in down to the final 7:07 left of regulation here. It is an 8-1 River King lead. First spammer across the line at a stick lifted by Hill. There is Hill, couldn't settle it down. Number 18, Owen Garvey, 6'3", 210 out of Lindstrom, Minnesota. And a save there by Badrenko. A nice one there. And the bench for the River Kings making some noise. Here's Bowman across the line. Drop back, going to be held there by Whitehead with a shot, hit the crossbar. Oh boy, the ref going to wave that one off, but that had a good look to it. Now here's Bowman all the way through. Oh, just pulling the trigger on a beauty there.
Couldn't bring it back to the forehand.
Wow. Some of the great chances here for the River Kings. Bowman going to try to step through a check. Played back down low by Hill. Dubel shot through traffic, was hoping for a skate in front, trying to deflect it off of Falkine and then chop back out to center. Almost saw that goal from Lucas Whitehead. And I'll tell you what, we see Badrenko with a save. Whitehead, that would have been his first goal. But had a lot of firsts within a couple of minutes. Does have one assist so far this season. Knocked down at center. Here's Hill.
Yeah, he was in late addition for the River Kings midway through the season.
River Kings looking to set the table again here. Back for Kupalo with a shot. Save made. Rebound.
Oh,
going to come back to Kupalo. We'll get another touch on it. Another shot for Hill. Falkine back down low. I wonder if the River Kings are monitoring the Kupalo assist situation. Either way, still be 11 straight with a point, at least, for Kupalo, which is not bad.
5 minutes left. He's still out on the ice, so.
Here's Kupalo, going to take his man into the boards. Falkine had it poked away. Loose at the side. Ortega trying to bat it ahead. Now to the line. Wilcoxon just deposits the puck right back down low as we're into the final 5 of regulation. River Kings well on their way to 2 more points.
Yeah, took care of business.
Really did, and you can talk about how sometimes these games can be a trap game. With a team coming in, they're desperate. They have a decent goaltender in Falkenhagen who's seen a lot of time this season and had a 909 save percentage coming in as Badrenko makes another save and just drops it right off. Those are the kinds of teams that you can't let sneak up on you, and full credit to the River Kings, they did not. Here's Panic. Get back. Soul trying to play it back into the corner. Panic up the wall. Centered for Anderson, who has the goal. Badrenko will knock it into the corner. Kupalo and Panic will meet. Here's Leppert. Played ahead for Griffin Joy. Deflected off of his stick. Joy on the intercept. Carries down the wall. Pass down front. Nice tip on and a save made by Falkenhagen.
Well, I've got another question for you.
All right,
we were talking about cheese, but you know what pizza means in hockey?
Pizza. I've heard it.
I'm hungry.
I guess. All these food references. What's going on? I've heard it before. I do know in skiing, you pizza and you French fry when you're going down the hill. You want to slow down your pizza. You want to go faster, you French fry. And if you French fry when you pizza, you're going to have a bad time. As Badrenko drops that one off and is going to get a whistle. All right, what does pizza mean in hockey?
A brutal pass up the middle of the ice intercepted by the opposing team.
See, I've heard that one called a muffin before.
Muffin? Pizza? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where the. I don't see any footnotes or any credits or anything like that as to where this came from. Right. But the additional line is here is Bedini is serving up more pizzas tonight than Little Caesars. So that would not be a good reference.
See, I've also heard more turnovers than a bakery. Again, bad times for the Edmonton Oilers brought a lot of that on for me. There's Cooper. Attempted centering pass knocked away, and will be back out at center. Within, Bedranko will knock it aside into the final 3 minutes. And here is Hughes spinning away. Cooper up the wall. He's had himself a nice game. Kind of flying under the radar a bit as well.
Hey, Matt.
Yes. Pizza? French fry? Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's right. Mark, you got your Cooper jersey on. Is there a story behind that?
No.
Oh. Just found it.
Just found it. Just wanted to support the team and bought a jersey. And
there you go.
It happened to be number 6 because at the time, a couple of years ago, the number 6 that played for the Riverkings was from Sun Prairie, and that was the closest town to my hometown. So
gotcha. And that would be?
Sauk City, Wisconsin.
Gotcha. And the player was?
That.
Matt?
Oh.
You know, I should remember this too because I was probably announcing at that time. Matt's thinking.
He's laughing at me. He knows, and he's just hanging me out to dry.
Matt's going to get it, I bet. Here's Potter coming into the line. We'll try to...
Cooper.
It's Cooper now. Oh, here's Tricarico. Shot it over the top of the net. And then Sam Storley wearing number 6. And he played here for the Riverkings as well. Of course, for Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. And then there was a hit that he performed while in high school that showed up on ESPN. Just absolutely erased somebody here at the Southwood County Rec Center. I remember that much correctly. And then Storley went and played for the Eels after that, down in Florida. Minute 10 left here, third period. All over but Mark and I quizzing each other.
I'm embarrassed. I should know.
I should know too. I should probably remember that. There's Potter stopping up. I think Matt might be looking for elite prospects somewhere. Oh, right out in front. Potter backhander. The stop made by Falkenhagen. Rebound still loose. By the way, Kupalo is back out of the ice, still looking for that assist. As Strick works into the backhand. Save made by Bedranko. Might be his best right there. So 38 seconds left.
He had it pinned right against the post. He had the pad against the post, and he was looking down. He was squeezing it tight.
Is Ben going to start tomorrow?
I don't know.
I wonder. Well, of course, Mark, we got to thank everybody helping us out here tonight. Matt Fillmore, Art. I always mess up his last name. Napgezek. Close enough, hopefully. Zach on the camera over there. He's wearing his Chicago Bears paraphernalia as the save is made once again. Zach, how many days until the first overall pick? I heard you guys are like counting the minutes. Can't wait for that one. I'm not even a Packer fan, but I do enjoy rubbing a little salt in the wounds of the Bears every once in a while. Where I went to college was basically Chicago North, and I'll just tell you a little story. They lost to the Colts in the Super Bowl that one year. I'm not a Colts fan either, but for some reason I had a t-shirt the next day. There's Falkine. Gonna get it right back. Shot. Big save there by Falkenhagen. As it's going to be back at his center now. Here's Kupalo. He's got 2 goals in the contest, and that's going to do it. Huge effort here. 8-1 of the final as the Riverkings grab 2 more points.
And hugs for Ben.
Yeah, but Bedranko will get a couple of saves up on the score sheet. The win does indeed go to Ian Tum, but Ben Bedranko is mobbed by his teammates down in the crease.
They built some chemistry here for this team being absolutely brand new at the beginning of the year. They've really started to build some chemistry and some camaraderie with this group, so it's good to see. That'll serve them well moving into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
They've gotten better as the season has gone along, so
chemistry and teamwork, when it comes down to it in those playoffs, it's a completely different season, and it takes all things considered to move on. So, scoring happening. bang up against the board. Scoring happening in that third period. Sebastian Potter with a hat trick, his 15th of the season from Chicarico and Fulcon. That was on the power play. And then Kupalo, the second of the game, 11th of the season for McNeish and Sowell. Brought it to 8-1. Final shots on goal, 55-36 in favor of the River Kings. All right, you going to guess the 3 stars here?
3 stars. I'd give one to Tom because that first period, that was obviously Potter's going to get one because with the hat trick. Leppert gets one.
Yeah, Leppert had himself a nice game, chipping in some helpers. In fact, listed with 1, but I had him for at least 2, so. Yeah, Potter.
Yeah, Potter. Ooh, with this, maybe they are going to give the first one to Tom. I'm going to guess.
We'll see. Good call, Mark.
Bondrenko. I wondered about that, and he just got an ice water bath.
Hey, how about that? Ben Bondrenko stopping all the shots he saw. The teammates love it. Gotta love the support here for Ben Bondrenko. What a nice kid he is, and put a nice little effort there in net tonight.
Our partner in crime up here some days.
So 8-1 the final here from Wisconsin Rapids as the River Kings take the big victory over the Minnesota Mullets. That'll be 41 games played for the River Kings now, 21-18-2, picking up points 43-44. So even in games played now with the Blades, and they will have a 5-point advantage over them going into tomorrow's action. On the other side, we're watching Isanti as well, and they are about to take down the Minnesota Moose.
Yep.
So they'll skip into that 5 spot over the Blades, but the Blades will have a game in hand, so will the River Kings. I'll tell you what, Mark, another performance like this tomorrow, and it looks like the River Kings will solidify themselves in that 4th spot with obviously having to take care of some business against Steele County next week.
Yep, and get on a roll. Get hot this time of the season. That's what it's all about. Going into the playoffs, you want to be on the upswing, and they definitely are on the upswing. So,
yeah, definitely a team that is going to be reckoned with come playoff time here in 2 weeks. So coming up tomorrow night, you can catch it on Hockey TV once again, a 7 o'clock start time, or here on WIRI. Wisconsin Rapids Community Media going to have it for you too. It's the River Kings and the Mullets for the 4th and final time of the season. River Kings will be looking for the season sweep.